Keys. Shakir held out his hand. Jake seemed to understand that if he wanted his Bolivian marching powder, he would need to play nice. He handed Shakir an Audi key fob. "Drive carefully. That's my baby." Shakir found the A4 at the end of the parking lot, its midnight blue paint glowing under the lights. Standard black and white Texas plates. Shakir walked around it, seeing nothing unusual, nothing that suggested the car belonged to the cops or the Drug Enforcement Administration. The lot was mostly empty tonight. No weird dry-cleaning company vans or guys in trucker caps keeping a too casual eye on him. Not that he rated that kind of attention. Shakir slipped on gloves, slid inside. The A4 was so new that the leather still smelled fresh. Whoever he was, Jake kept his car immaculate. No candy wrappers or fast food bags. The glove box held only the slim owner's manual, no registration or insurance. Or pistol. Shakir drove southwest toward Deep Ellum, slowed for a yellow light. As it turned red, he gunned the engine and swung left. A few turns later, he was on Highway 75, then east on I-30 among the big rigs. Nice car. He was no expert, but as far as he could tell, no one was on him. He was going to a lot of trouble to sell one 8-ball, but Shakir didn't know what to make of this guy. Jake was too slick for his taste. Yet Shakir also sensed he might turn into a good customer, a fish who wouldn't care about price. Shakir hadn't had one of those in a year since he'd lost a cardiologist at Presbyterian to rehab. Shakir drove another 5 miles east before doubling back to the dirt hole. He parked the Audi where he'd found it, tucked a plastic bag holding 3.5 grams of cocaine under the driver's seat, stepped out. Jake stood outside the front door, arms folded over his chest. "I was about to call the cops." Shakir stepped past. Inside, they settled into Shakir's booth. The Mavs game was winding down, the Mavs up 20 on the ridiculous Brooklyn Nets. "See why you like that car. How do you pay for it?" "I'm a lawyer." "Have a card?" "You're not the only one taking a chance. I don't care if your stuff is straight from the jungle. Give me my keys." Shakir slid them over. "Before you go, bet you the Mavs win." "Now you're a bookie?" $250. I got the Mavs, you got the Nets." Jake looked at the screen. Understanding dawned, and he extended a hand. $250, sure." 30 seconds later, the game ended. Jake slid 5 $50 bills to Shakir. "Last time I bet basketball. So we just do it here?" Shakir kept a straight face. "Go home." "My money. Make sure you adjust your seat." Jake's head swiveled to the door. "If I have to come back," he said, and trotted out. In 3 minutes, Jake did come back, and Shakir felt a flutter of anxiety. He had protected himself from a typical buy and bust. His fingerprints weren't on the bag or the Audi. The bet gave him at least a little cover for Jake's money. But if they were after him, if they'd wired the car— Why, though? Shakir couldn't see anyone going to that much trouble for a 3-gram bust. Not when South Dallas was an open-air drug market. "My man," Jake muttered in his ear. "Katrina was right. I mean, that is tippy-toppy. You feel me?" Shakir wondered why cocaine made lawyers talk like rappers. "Give me your number." Shakir wasn't ready to be on intimate terms with this guy. "I'm here Thursdays and Sundays." On Sunday, Jake picked up another 8-ball. The next week, too. But he didn't show up the week after that. Too bad. Guys who dropped $500 a week weren't easy to come by. Then Jake was back. A Thursday, early, barely 9 p.m., wearing a white shirt lined with sequins. Yeah, sequins. 2 women with him, blonde and brunette, stuffed into dresses that barely covered their asses. "My man, meet Amber and Lacey." He was slurring a bit. "Riley," the blonde said, "not Lacey." She smiled like she didn't care. Jake pulled out a money clip thick with hundreds and tossed one out. Actually tossed it. They all watched it flutter down. "Ladies, have a drink." He wrapped an arm around Shakir's shoulder. "You, walk with me." Outside, sirens blared to the west.